been denied bail, denied one more opportunity to see his family at home, denied an opportunity to be on house arrest, which is what Diddy offered. With all that in mind, it does not seem likely, it's not definite, but it doesn't seem likely that Diddy, Sean Combs, is ever going to come home. Now, let me be clear. I'm not making a judgment about his innocence or guilt. I have my thoughts. I have my
to the 3 people watching, I have no idea if you're writing comments. If you're writing a comment, write one now.
Diddy paid off the remaining $18 million on the mortgage this past summer. He has a $48, almost $50 million property that he was willing to put up. He said he went the ankle monitor. He said he could turn in the passports for himself and all of.
Please say hi to me if you're seeing this live, because I need to make sure that you can see my comments. I just have no idea if you guys can actually see me. I can't see anything anyone's writing. So if you're writing something, please write something now so I can see it.
The flight risk part,
I'm gonna check on my phone as well, my other phone.
He's got the monitor. It doesn't seem easy to break away. But then there's the question of, should you?
Hi. Oh, okay, great. Hi.
If it's just a bail issue.
Okay, so I can see you, so you can see me. Okay, good. I literally don't know technology, because some people, I had just gone back on Instagram to like post and say that I'm coming on here, and some of you Instagram babes were like, oh, we were talking to me on the live and I wasn't responding. So I had to go and ask my husband. He was like, you don't know what you're doing, do you? I was like, hello, Julie. Hello, Bella Blue. Hello. Please talk to me in the chat so that I know that you guys are there, because I've only allowed subscribers to comment because they're always like really weird, annoying people. Like they're like trolls and stuff. I just want to make sure I'm seeing all your messages and stuff. Lucy, our queen. Oh, I'm definitely not a queen, but okay, I can see myself as live here. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Okay, good. Okay, I think we're good, you guys. Please subscribe. I want to earn money. For the U.S. elections, doubtful we'll know an election night. Okay, just tell me in Greenwich Meridian time, like London time, when it is. Okay. Just tell me in Greenwich Meridian time. Is it like morning UK time? Because our polls close in the afternoon. We have different time zones. Okay, so basically, sit there. Wednesday morning, London time. So by the time they add up the votes, usually midnight. So 5 a.m. Okay, 5 a.m. London. Okay, 5 a.m. London. So 7 a.m. here. Okay, got it. Perfect. Because, and I don't mean it as shade. When I said it on Instagram now, I didn't mean it as shade. What I meant was, I just want to watch content that has nothing to do with politics. Politics has drained the life out of me this year. I'm so tired of politics. I don't want anyone to talk to me about, I don't want to hear about anyone's political situations right now. But it's very possible to be counted by then. Okay. It's coming down to who's okay. Okay, cool. I don't even want to talk about it because I just can't. I can't. So I just wanted to know the time. Okay, cool. Well, I have my story time tomorrow. So that'll be up in the afternoon time, London time. So it'll be up tomorrow. It's a long video. I'm just waiting for there's this woman who's subtitled my video. I'm just waiting for her to send me the subtitles. So you can watch that while you're stressed about your election. You can watch that. Nothing is more draining to me than politics, honestly. I'm more anxious than you, Chanel CD, than the election. Yeah, whoever that is. Whoever that's going to be. I feel like they know who it is, and they've chosen him or her. I think they're negotiating salary. What do you guys think? Minimum salary for that job is like 5 million euros a year. Is it a red flag they haven't announced it yet? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. They are, they're very. Did you see Mark Jacobs' comments about it? Wanted the job, but said he was lost. Yeah, I did, and I reposted it on my Instagram stories because Sophia Coppola said oh, if she had power, she'd choose him. It's like, Sophia Coppola, baby, you're a nepo baby. We don't want nepo babies appointing jobs to people. We're tired, so you sit down. Mark Jacobs is not getting the job, and it's not shade to him. I like him. He seems like a great guy. I remember one day I was on Matthew Blasi's Instagram, the CD of Bottega Veneta, and he was commenting saying that he had seen the clothes in a store. Marc Jacobs was like, hey, I just popped into a Bottega boutique today. The clothes are so luxurious. Well done. He seems like such a sweet guy. He's always encouraging designers and things like that. That's wonderful. But I think this is a massive job. This is not the same as running his own brand. Frankly, it's not the same as doing women's ready-to-wear for Louis Vuitton. It's not. This is couture. This is full creative control of the brand. Were you able to catch the gospel of Virginie Lena's drama about them mistreating Virginie? No, I haven't heard about that. But honestly, Virginie is a very quiet, shy person. I just don't see how you can do this job and be private. You need to be out there. You need to be speaking to the girls. I mentioned, I think on the Instagram live, I mentioned Riccardo Tisci. He is someone who could do this job. He has everything they're looking for. He's European, he's a couturier. He's run 2 huge brands, Burberry and Givenchy. He knows a ton of celebrities. He's a socialite. Because I think also there's a social element to these jobs. They need to be going to parties. They need to know celebrities. That's a massive part of this job. Whomever's going to get this job, has to, go to, be ready to go to a Lupita Nyong'o, film premiere, go to a Margot Robbie film premiere. Where's Kristen Stewart, To be honest, I wasn't a fan of Double V's design. Someone nice, a lot of misses to me. I mean, I think she did fine, but I think we need, I think they'll be fine. They know what they're doing. Don't forget that, when one of the brothers found Karl Lagerfeld, the brand was in dire straits. In 1983 when they found Karl Lagerfeld. He was ready at Fendi for a long time, remember? And they found him, and the brand they were really in dire straits. The brand was in a bad place. And the rest is history, so they'll be fine. They'll whomever they choose, I'm sure they'll choose the right person. And whomever they choose will be the brothers' choice. The brothers, will be the ones to make the choice. So I'm sure they'll choose the person who's right for them, because this is their money on the line. So I'm sure they're not going to choose someone who, Chanel, they'll be just fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. I mean, there's nothing literally whoever they choose, it's impossible to fuck up that brand. If you fuck up Chanel, it's you're the idiot here, So yeah, they'll be fine. You have to let me know if you get your mini. Let me know if you get it for Christmas. I like their jewelry. Their jewelry is pretty. They had a lot of it on display in Paris. Looks nice. The reissued watches, La Première, they did well. They have a lot of stuff going for them. It's not just the fashion. There's a lot of stuff that they have that's super pretty. Even with their crazy prices, people still buy. Yeah, people love them. I mean, what's not to love? I mean, you're always going to need a Chanel. For every Hermès and Louis Vuitton, you need Chanel there to kind of balance everything. Let's be honest, who's going to wear Hermès clothes? We'll do on the mini square. Okay, great. I can't wait because it's been a bit of a saga for you. It's like you're trying to get this, They're so hard to get, and they're not, it's not just you can walk in and get one. Yeah, it's so true. I saw a lot of women in Paris with the Dior saddle. That's what I wanted to tell you guys, and I forgot in the Instagram live. I saw a lot of women in Paris with the Dior saddle. A lot of women with the classic flap in black with gold hardware. A lot of women have. There are more people with the classic flap than they were with Birkins and Kellys. And if I did see any Hermès bags, it was the Constance. I think I saw 2 women. 2 women with Birkins, Kellys. It will complete my classic flaps noir collection. Ooh, nice. I need to hear about that. Sorry guys, that like people who subscribe but also spam. That's really annoying. Okay, I can't wait to hear about that. What are you getting for Christmas? Is anyone getting anything nice? I asked this in the previous live. I just want to ask again. Is anyone getting anything? What are you buying for yourself? What are you buying for your family? Or your boyfriend or husband? And how does that work if you have a partner? Like, when do you guys open presents and when do you guys gift each other things? Or if you don't, it's fine. I'm asking for a mini Kelly and exotic. Ooh, yes. Okay, now you're talking. What leather? What hide? What exotic leather? I go back and forth because in my city there's a lot of crime. Oh, okay. I still feel like you should wear it. Because I feel like, can I tell you what I think about the crime stuff? Can I tell you what I think? Obviously, I don't know where you live, but like crime's going to happen. It's going to happen because it's going to happen. Of course, one should use common sense at all times. But I feel like if you think something negative is going to happen, it will happen. Like, if you ask me personally, I don't see someone robbing you because you have a crocodile mini Kelly, like snatching it off you. Especially, I'm a Buddhist, so we don't celebrate Xmas, we'll spend when I can. Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. Buddhism, that's awesome, I love that. Okay, we'll spend when I can. Okay, I want to hear, if you buy anything, I want to hear what you buy. Right now, my dream combo is matte alligator in a color like trench or craft. Oh my God, it's funny you say that because I saw a craft mini Kelly in matte alligator on the resale market during the summer when I, was just chilling pregnant, like on the sofa, bored out of my mind. But like, I saw it and it is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Beautiful. That is a wonderful color. And it's funny because, I don't like big H neutral colors. I'm not a big H neutral babe, but it's very beautiful. Looks great. Kelly Croc's gorgeous, yeah. And I mean, what a dream to be offered from the store. There is no point buying that at resale. I don't know what the prices are in America for my American babes, but in Europe, someone was selling a mini Kelly in crocodile for 75,000 euros. I just feel like if you have that money, why would I give it to someone on Facebook? But I understand because it's frustrating playing these games. It's tiring. It's tiring. The thing is, resellers want like 100K for fun colored mini Kelly and croc or alligator. Let me tell you the one that I like in crocodile. I just want to make sure that I have the right name. You'll hear about this in the story time tomorrow. But there was a woman at Faubourg that I saw who had the mini Kelly in a 5p bubble gum. That pink color with palladium hardware. I don't like silver or palladium whatsoever, but it looks really, really good. In terms of the crocodile colors, this is the one that I like. I just want to pull it up, show you guys. Oh, I'll mention it. It's really, really pretty. I think if you like the mini Kelly in matte alligator in craft, you like that color called miel, which means honey. In French, it's so pretty. Jules says, I can see why it's so pretty in a pop of color. Oh, I know. I saw she was with her husband. She was like picking out homewares and she had it just sitting there. And I was like, whoa, gagged, It was so pretty. And I don't like palladium hardware. I don't like silver or palladium. Love, I don't like palladium either. I have a more Sylvester bag in palladium, but I think it works well. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And this is what I love about like being open-minded. Like I'm super open-minded. Because I just don't like palladium hardware, like, I prefer gold and things like that, but it looks so good on the bag. It was really, really cute. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to show you guys. Just a second. The meal color is so beautiful, I just Googled. Okay, so you've just seen it. I think if you can't get craft, I think that's so nice for autumn, winter. I don't know if it's called the Mini Kelly and Shiny Alligator in Miel. Beautiful. Isn't that so pretty, like, for autumn? For me, the Mini Kelly in 5p bubblegum. Now, if this is the one that you guys can pull up if you have a minute, if both of you can. The Mini Kelly in 5p bubblegum in matte alligator. This one I would get. Palladium doesn't work on warm tone leathers. Yeah, it really doesn't. It just doesn't. I don't like palladium, but I must say, when I saw her bag, I was like, oh. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down because it looked really, really good. I just feel like at this level of spending, I just can't give a reseller this money. I just can't. I will not be able to justify that one is iconic. Yeah, thank you. I mean, imagine having this bag. Hello, Tanya. That's a gorgeous bag. Is it not gorgeous? Okay, so Minnie Kelly matte alligator 5p bubblegum with palladium hardware. Gorgeous. It is, this I have seen this year, 90,000 euros in Europe. Again, I'm just saying, why am I giving, I would rather just thug it out at the Hermès store and wait, because I can't bring myself to give a reseller that much money. There's that one, and then there's this other one I wanted to show you. It's really pretty as well. What do you think of, Lucy asked, what do you think of Kelly pochettes? I love them. They're on my wish list as well. I have 3 bags on my wish list, like the one I was trying to get. Minnie Kelly, Kelly pochette, Kelly Elan. I love them. I think they're so stylish and so chic. I think if you offered one, she'd take it. Julie says, oh, I see I see it on Maison. Oh, okay, you see on Maison Deluxe, so pretty. Yes, so pretty, isn't it? And it's sold out. Like if you get offered that bag, even if you don't like big, you have to buy it because it's such a special piece. Think about this, think about a color like this. Like, you're not gonna see that color every day. Like when I saw the woman with it at Faubourg, I was like, you don't see 5p bubblegum like that. You know, when you think of like Hermès bags that you see in real life, you see gold, you see black, a taupe. But you don't see this color. Lucy says, I love the Kelly Elan. I love the Elan with ostrich feathers. Yes, gagged. Julie says, wouldn't KB be harder to get in MK2? KP would be harder to get in Crocodile. I think the Minnie Kelly is easier to get in Crocodile than the Kelly pochette in Crocodile. In the 4 years of posting, I only know 2 Glamzons who've been offered the Crocodile Kelly pochette. In 4 years of posting, only 2 people have told me they were offered it, and they spent 100K. Tanya says the bag could convert anyone to pink lover. Amen to that. Yes, yes. Okay, I love this bag. Lucy says, I think Minnie Kelly's get a bad rep. I find them very practical, more so than the back in 25. The one that she had, she was just sitting there with her husband, and the essay was like bringing these like books, and I think she was picking out homewares. She just had it sitting there in 5p, again with a hardware color I don't like. Very impressed. I don't know how many of you watched the shopping vlog. Did you guys watch it? I wanted to mention something from the shopping vlog. I don't know if did you guys watch the Hermès shopping videos, the Sèvres one and the Faubourg one? I think the bags that I'm about to mention, they had a lot of orange ones. They had orange Minnie Kellys. It's like a burnt orange. I have no idea the name. You watched it. Okay, great. Lucy says I watched it. Okay, perfect. Oh, hi, Grace. Yes, you did watch it. Okay, great. You know, in the Faubourg shopping vlog I posted, there were those like the orange Minnie Kelly, the orange Elan with ostrich feathers. They're like dark orange. I don't like the color. But when I saw the Elan, because I think it's in Madame leather and then the feathers, you can tell so much effort and work has gone into constructing that bag specifically. As I said on Instagram, my husband was like, you look like a bird watcher. I said, you're just being a hater. Okay, he's just being a hater, so forget about him. But so much time and effort has gone into like attaching the feathers like to the Elan to make sure that they don't fall off. You can tell that they have put so much time and effort and love into that piece. I mean, it's sensational. There were so many beautiful pieces. And I think also I posted the Himalayan Maximals, but I posted that on my blog. I didn't post it in the video. I put it in my blog. So let me know. That's a very special fun bag. It's beautiful. I was speaking to some people who were saying like, how much money do you need to spend to get like a Birkin 20? I think you need to buy that bag if you want a Birkin 20. It's so expensive in euros. I have no idea how much it is in USD or Canadian dollars, but it's like the Himalayan Maximal is like 33,700. That's definitely like a bait bag for sure. It's very beautiful though. Very, very like stunning and beautiful. So there are a lot of nice colors. I of course I understand why people go resell. I just can't bring myself to give a reseller that much money. I can't do it. And I don't disagree that they deserve to be paid. It doesn't bother me. But I don't know. And the brand is not suffering financially. I don't know. I can't see anyone's comments. So if you're commenting, please let me know if you're commenting if you are. Because I can't see anyone commenting beyond Lucy and Grace. So if you're commenting, please let me know. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. You let me know if you are. I'm trying to think of something else which I liked that I saw. And that's something else which I noticed as well at Faubourg was like the amount of like really expensive jewelry that was there. There was so much like expensive jewelry, like really, really, really expensive stuff. They didn't have any affordable stuff at all. Lucy says, did any fine jewelry stand out to you? Yes, I posted it in the Hermès shopping video. Did you guys see my shopping vlog, the Pavé Ash d'Ancre bracelet? Do you guys know that one? It's called Ash D apostrophe Ancre, and it's pavé. It's completely fully pavé. That they had both of those. They had white gold, rose gold. They're beautiful. They had the CDC bracelets, like the one with half diamonds as well. I mean, they're beautiful, just gorgeous. Julie says, yeah, Hermès did well, except for their watches. Lol. Yeah, I mean, no one wants their watches. The George Sank store was full of their troll watches as well. Lisa says, I have a big H watch, never wear it. I mean, whatever. Like, you bought it for an offer, it's fine. It's fine. Who cares? Who cares? Their fine jewelry is looking good. There's no question about it. It's just the way they price their fine jewelry is like the same as Cartier's. The way I just think it's hysterical that their pavé bracelet that isn't a flagship line like the Love Collection is just 9,000 euros cheaper, okay, than Cartier. I mean, it's insane, really. Big H's fine jewelry is only worth a buy if I like their style and want to quote a buy. That's my thing. Lucy says, I love their full pavé pieces. They are beautiful. They're pricey they're way more than other houses. They are. So it's like, imagine, I don't know if you guys can Google the one I'm mentioning. It's called HD apostrophe Ancre pavé. Put that and then you'll see the one I'm talking about. I think in America it's $50,000 in America. I think in Canada it's 60,000 Canadian. And in the EU, it's just gone up. The white gold one is 38K and the rose gold one is 36. Yes, you've seen it, honey. That bracelet will get this crocodile mini Kelly for sure. Okay, well, to be honest, I prefer the pavé love more. Exactly. And that's the one that I tried on. And to your point, Julie, about that they're way more expensive. It's way more expensive. It's way more expensive. And I think that's just like the point that I'm making, that it's like, if I'm buying this bracelet, you need to deliver a bag. Like, don't come up with ideas now. And it needs to be like something really special, like the mini Kelly and alligator, or like the Kelly doll, or like, you know, and you guys, oh my God, that's what I wanted to tell you as well. Because remember from I think the mini Kelly, actually no, both of those bags were at Sever's and at FSH. The mini Kelly with studs, they call it the Cloute mini Kelly, and the Constance with studs, the Constance Cloute, stunning. I didn't like how they looked in pictures when people were sharing them like this year. Not even this year, because they're from like last year, aren't they? They're from Q4 of last year. I was kind of like, you know, again, I don't like studs. I don't like palladium. I don't like silver. I was kind of like, these look basic to me. But then when I saw them, and again, they're in the shopping vlog. They're in the Severus shopping video, and they're in the Faubourg shopping video. So you should have seen them. When I saw them, I was telling my cousin, I was like, these are sensational. We were looking at the mini Kelly at Severus. We were like, wow. I mean, it is stunning. It's beautiful. Again, like the effort, like to, you know, bolt those studs on. It's sensational. I don't know. Did you guys like them? Do you like them? I think it's crazy because I would never buy a bag like that. What do you think of the Dore Mini Kelly, the shiny metallic? Yeah, I've seen that one. I don't love it. I have to be honest. It's not. I think to play the game for that, I would rather play the game for like the studded Mini Kelly. But do you like the Dore one? Julie says, yeah, the MK2 one is stunning. This C18 one I think looks weird because of the studs right of the H. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I feel like on an outfit you might kind of ignore it. I just was blown away by it. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was in person. I was like, because in pictures they just looked weird to me. Do you know what I mean? Like in pictures they look like ugh, and then in real life it's on the. I'm like, whoa. Lucy says, I like the MK2 with the studs. It's not really my style. It's not my style either. It's not my style. I don't like box leather because I believe it's box. I don't like studs. I don't like anything that's Western, studs, cowboy. I don't like that theme. No disrespect to anyone who likes that stuff. I don't like it. I don't like anything grungy, rocky either. I don't like it. But I love that. I think in Europe, that bag, the Mini Kelly, I don't know how much it is in dollars, but the Mini Kelly Cloutier with studs is 19,600 euros, I believe. I think if you're offered that bag, you should take it. And then Julie, by the way, Julie, you're the one who said many months ago something which I love that you said. You said sometimes you should take a bag and then you figure out how to make it work later. I agree. I think you should take that bag and then figure it out. Lucy said, I like Dore, but not enough to get. I saw someone offer Dore Constance at my store the last time I was there. Oh, that's nice. Lucy says, I feel like I'd mess up box leather really quickly, but I've seen some beautiful box leather Mini Kellys. Yeah, it's box leather. I'm just not gentle, or my lifestyle is busy. So I'm curious, like, how would I wear that bag? Because one person bumps into you, that thing has a scratch. Julie says, yeah, the color Dore, I wouldn't know how to dress it. Yeah. But to be fair, it's kind of like the, it's like the Faubourg house Birkin. Like a lot of people say that you can't wear those bags. I think you can wear them. I think those are just excuses that people have to like justify not trying to be creative with fashion. I feel like you can wear them, but I think the white one is the most, I feel like the white one is the most like wearable one, if that makes sense. Julie says, yeah, the color Dore, I wouldn't know. Okay. Julie says, I love box. I've been using my box MK2. Okay, beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just not me. But the studded, I'm pretty sure that the studded one is box leather. I was definitely in, I was like, whoa, this is really cool. Like if you're offered this, you should take it. So they had a lot of these autumnal colors. They had like the studded Mini Kellys, Mini Kelly and the Constance, which you saw. They had the Elan in that like burnt orange. They had the Mini Kelly in burnt orange. They had the Kelly Dance in ostrich, burgundy. You know, they had these more like autumnal colors, which I thought was really interesting. They're just more autumnal. So I think it's really interesting that they weren't like pinks and reds and greens and stuff. It was just more like neutrals. They had a lot of black box leather. Did you guys see in the Faubourg shopping vlog, you saw the Birkin 40? There was the Birkin 40 in box leather. They just had so there was so much stuff, you know, going on. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. And obviously I have those pictures which I've posted as well. And they had like the Kelly pochette in gold. They had the Mini Kelly in gold. They had ostrich, this really beautiful like green ostrich one, which you should have seen in the shopping video. All of the stuff I posted in the shopping video. There was a woman in the jewelry section, like a lady with a very interesting Constance. I've never seen it before in my life. The color looked, I don't know the name of this color. It was a crocodilian Constance. It was very beautiful. I don't know, would you guys buy a crocodile Constance? Because I was so confused. I feel like a crocodile Constance, I'd rather go and just buy the Capucine at Louis Vuitton in crocodile for that price. But it was a crocodilian Constance. It was kind of in this like, it actually kind of looked like Dore, but it wasn't Dore. It was like this kind of color similar to that. It was beautiful. Lucy said, I'm not sure if you're saving for the video. Was it more packed than previous visits? I can answer this question because it doesn't ruin the video. It was rammed. It was rammed in there. All three stores were a nightmare. A nightmare. If no pre-spend, Julie says, I'm pretty sure you definitely have to spend to get a Croco Constance. Maybe not one-to-one, but I think they would want to see some spending for that. In my store, they're kind of like offers they give you to test your spend is kind of like a sucker bag. Yeah, I feel like it is a sucker bag. Let me just check the price a second. Let me go on the past forums like price page, because it was so, she was looking at jewelry when I was like taking the pictures of the bracelets, and I was like, wow, I was like, whoa, it's such a unique bag, but it probably cost her a fortune to buy it. Like, and it's not like a Birkin or Kelly. So, you know, for me, I don't know what you guys think, but I just think it's just so much money to spend. Like I feel like at that price point, I would rather go to Louis Vuitton and get like the Capucine in full crocodile, or go to Dior and get like the Himalayan Dior. Me. It is, how much is it in alligator? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, a matte alligator in America is 36,000 USD. Lucy says the price is expensive. I think it's 30K USD. In America, matte is 36,100 USD. In the EU is 27K. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a bag that you cannot walk in and buy. At Louis Vuitton, you can walk in and buy the Crocodile Capucine. It's on the shelf. And it's beautiful, gorgeous. And you can buy the Lady Dior's and Croco, which are also stunning. I'd rather just go there, honestly. Lucy says, I'm seeing Capucine Exotic on resale very little. It's crazy. Same with Lady Dior. Yeah, they just don't have a great resale value. But the people who like them. And they are stunning and they're handmade. So I just feel like at that price point, for those of us who like exotics, like, imagine having $36,000 to buy the Constance. Julie says C18 is an easy bag to use. Okay. I can see why it's like, I mean, it's beautiful. It looks so nice on her. She was looking at jewelry. She was with her husband. And I was like, wow. I just was like, beautiful, you know? But I'm like, oh my God, probably cost a fortune to buy. She probably had to play the game for it if she didn't buy it at a reseller. I mean, here on the past forum, these prices are insane. I mean, like Lizard Constance, 15,600 euros. I love exotic picotins, another waste of money, but I love them. Oh, but they're pretty. That's the thing. Like, their exotics are so beautiful, and we'll talk about this in the video tomorrow. But they're like the high jewelry of leather goods, and you can tell something which I noticed about FSH. When you go to FSH specifically, they take their exotics seriously. They take it like it's an art form. Like the effort and work that has gone into making the exotic bags specifically, it's a different kind of effort than the regular ones. I've yet to own a Capucine, almost bought it twice, ended up going to Chanel. I'm very interested in the Capucine as my push gift. I've already shown my husband. So he was like, okay, in his Lisa Simpson voice. They're so pretty. I'm just saying, for those of you in the States, the matte alligator Constance 18 is 36,000 USD, and you have to play the game for it. You can't walk in and buy it. Exotics question mark. Yes, an exotic one. I've sent him a picture. He was like, okay. But the Capucine. But I'm just saying the matte alligator Constance 18, it says on here 36,100. Yeah, so hopefully that will be my push gift. I'm just saying it's just so much money to spend, and you can't walk in and buy it. I'd rather an exotic, to be honest, I'd rather an exotic Kelly to go than a Constance. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you have to play the game for it. You can't walk into Madison Avenue Hermès and say, I want to buy a alligator Constance 18 today. They're gonna look at you like, have you lost your mind? You can't walk in there. You can't walk into Faubourg and say, I want to buy a Constance 18 today. Do you have a leather appointment? No. Have you bought anything? No. So I'm just confused, bewildered. I mean, it's pricey. The prices are definitely high. And then they'll be doing another price increase in January. The Constance Elan, 10,000 USD. It's a lot. It's pretty. I think the Elan is very youthful. What do you guys think? I think it looks very youthful and modern and young. I think that's something that they were going for. What do you guys think? Because I think the Constance Elan just looks very youthful. I know that people are like, oh, it looks like the Fendi Baguette. I mean, it does look like the Fendi Baguette. But I think the Fendi Baguette is like an iconic piece because it's so youthful and modern, and it looks so youthful and fresh, you know what I mean? I feel like the Constance Elan is very youthful. I've noticed that they're trying to do like more youthful stuff. Lucy says Elan is elegant. Yeah, it is. Julie says, I like East West, so yay for Constance Elan. Grace says, agree, I recently picked up C18, but I wish I got to see the C Elan. Yeah, C18 is beautiful. I think if you're offered the Constance Elan, definitely consider it. Because it does have that, like you said, Julie, the East-West vibe. Like, it does give off that, like Fendi Baguette vibe, or like the Bottega Veneta, like East-West Andiamo vibe. It does have that vibe, which is so trendy right now, and very youthful, very fresh, very modern, you know? And I feel like a brand like Hermès, like, they understand that, you know, you have to appeal to like younger consumers. By younger, I mean people under the age of 50. They understand that. So, you know, good for them for like, it's a reissue. It's not a new design. I mean, it was an old design that they brought back. Remember, I think the first generation of Constance Elans is from 2013, and then they brought them back. But, you know, what's old is new, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so we'll talk in a ton of detail about all of the drama tomorrow. I went to all three stores. It was an absolute nightmare. So you're going to hear everything. It's a juicy video. So I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about it tomorrow. I can't wait to hear. What you guys have to say about it. It's just I just feel like if you guys have a good home situation, I just wouldn't bother going to France right now. France is really the ghetto right now. The desperation in people's faces for the appointments. There was like, this doesn't ruin the story time, but there was like a woman who literally begged. She begged. Like she begged. And it's just like, for me, like, I have limits to what I'm willing to do. Oh my God, I read about the crazy people begging and crying. Yeah. And you know what's so weird is like watching someone beg and someone who is wealthy beg another human being to buy something that no one needs to live. You're still going to have the same bills tomorrow. You're still going to have the same problems that you have tomorrow, right? Lucy says, oh my God, I read about the crazy people begging and crying. Julie says, yikes. Yeah, I mean, it was I was just watching her beg. And that's when I was like, you know what? This is a lot. Like, I was alone, because basically you'll see in the story time tomorrow, but it was divided across 2 days. I was with my cousin one day, and then another day I went alone. That day when I was alone is I saw the woman begging, and she was begging. She was like, please, I'm traveling tomorrow. Please. They were like, no. What do they care? They get paid 2,000 euros. You think they care? Imagine you're an SA in Paris and you're paid 2,000 euros a month. I am not paid enough to care. So I was like, okay. They're just, oh my God, how embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, it's because it's like the desperation, because obviously people are desperate, and it's not helped by like social media. Social media presents a different image to what's actually happening in the store. So we'll see it tomorrow, but it's really sad people are so desperate. Yeah, people are desperate. Jasmine, I didn't think they're paid so low. Yeah, I mean, salaries in France are low anyway. So like big HSAs get 2,000 euros a month. Louis Vuitton essays get 2,400. Louis Vuitton essays are better paid than Big H essays. But don't forget, France is a socialist country, so they have a ton of rights. You cannot get someone fired in France. A lot of you are from the States. You guys have that like at will employment thing. Someone can just get fired. You can't do that in France. You can't just fire people. That's why, like, if an essay is rude to you in France and you're like, I'm gonna go complain, they're like, go complain, ho. I'm not getting fired. Like, you're not gonna get me fired. You know what I mean? So they have a lot of rights. They have lots of holidays as well. They have a ton of holidays. They have a mandated 35-hour work week. It's mandated. You can't, and I think in France, I'm pretty sure that you cannot actually ask people to do overtime in these stores. There's no such thing as overtime. So, you know, you have like this, and then don't forget they have the healthcare systems. You have like the social healthcare system. So the salary is low, but the quality of life, they have their mandated holidays, their social healthcare, and so on and so forth. Lucy said, I wonder if it messes with their psyche being paid that amount, seeing people blowing big bucks. I think after a while, they probably just don't care. They're just like, you know. Jasmine says, wow, you're right. We bought a place in Paris. My husband said he'd never rent it out. So hard to get people out. Yeah, exactly. Like the social, because France is like a socialist. France was the first country to mandate the 35-hour work week, like to make it a human right that you cannot work on Saturdays and Sundays. You know, so this is not a country where you can go and tell people to fuck off. like if you're trying to evict someone from a flat, good luck evicting them because they're gonna stay in your house. They're gonna be like, I'm staying right here. So we currently have it empty. Pay some chick to check on it. Yeah, because if that person decides to stop paying rent, it will take you a year to evict that person. So they have a lot of social rights there. And I think that does mitigate this low salaries. But Louis Vuitton essays are better paid than Hermès essays. Louis Vuitton essays get like 2,400 a month. And I think managers at Louis Vuitton get like 3,000, 3,500 a month. Again, it's not a ton of money, but you live in a country with like a guaranteed pension, with healthcare. You're not gonna like pay, you know, you're not gonna live in a country with like crazy healthcare issues or anything like that. So they're not even that well paid in the US. Yeah, but at least in the US they get those commissions and things like that. So it's just like that person doesn't like you begging, like she was begging him. This was at Severus. She begged him. She begged. Please. No. It's hard to watch like a grown person, like an adult person who's successful, has money, probably has a family, you know, a partner or married or whatever, beg another human being. Yeah, and I have heard about people crying and things like that. You know, like with this, is commission only in the US? I think commission is only in the US and Canada, but I think in Europe, they get like a credit on their account if they sell something really expensive. So let's say you sell, like, let's say an essay in Faubourg sells one of those pave bracelets, that's like 40,000 euros. They maybe won't get a commission on it, but they're gonna look really good, like maybe for a future promotion, or they will look good because they get that annual bonus, don't they? You know, all the Big H employees get it in the first quarter of the year. So maybe they'll look really good for things like that. Because those pieces are not easy to sell. No one's going to sit here and tell me that selling a 35,000 euro bracelet is easy. That is not easy. That's a lot of money. Even for people who shop at Big H and Cartier and Van Cleef, that is a lot of money. It's not every day someone's walking into Faubourg to buy that bracelet. Will they get people who buy the bracelet? Sure. Is it every single day someone's going to buy, you know, like the Kelly, what's that ring called? Oh, I was at Severus in August, was able to score Kelly move by walking. Okay, that's great. That's the one of those new Kelly bags. Okay, nice. You know that can you guys Google it now if you can? The Kelly Gavroche ring. It's the Kelly double ring, the one with the diamonds and the baguettes. I think in America, it's 65,000. Yes, okay, that ring. There was a woman on Facebook who bought that ring at FSH last year. And she said she was offered a mini Kelly without asking after buying the ring. That ring, the last time I checked the price, was 50,000 euros. That one is cute, but what a pain to have two fingers together. Exactly. So it's just like, I was like reading her story. I believe her because it's not far-fetched. Like she said she was about to ask the SA, like, oh, can you help me get a leather appointment? And then the SA was like, Madame, I have something I want to show you. It's a mini Kelly. She had already said, I'm buying this. And that's the Gavroche ring. That's at FSH. Nowadays, 50K pre-spend for a simple bag is not crazy. Right. Thank God he offered her a mini Kelly. Thank God. But still, I was like gagged. Jasmine says Faubourg was disgusting to witness how people were begging, crying. My husband was like, let's go. You're not going to beg. Thank you. Thank you. The begging is, I've never seen the things that I saw on this trip. The amount of people begging. Yeah. Many on platform are spending 50K between offers. Okay. Okay, interesting. She only bought that and she didn't buy anything else. And she was offered MK2. It was an Epsom. I just think that the situation at the stores is just really competitive. I wouldn't stress if I had a home store, I would not bother with the Parisian stores. Me personally. That's just me. The security is there not to protect the merchandise, but to protect the essays from people begging and crying. Lucy says, sometimes I wonder if it has enabled people to beg and cry or to have sob stories, because once in a while it works. I think that the stories used to work. I just don't know if they work anymore in France. I think maybe a few years ago they did, but there are people begging, like that woman was begging. She was begging him. And he was like, he was clear. The only way you are getting a Birkin or Kelly appointment is if you are online. So I don't know how you're supposed to get something online when it's rigged. I must say, there were little nice things. I was with my hubby. My daughter has a big Kelly outfit. Everyone talked to her. Oh, that's cute. That's kind of sad. Did she have an Hermès item? She had a Chanel bag. She looked nice. She looked perfectly nice. But it's like, everyone looks nice in there. Everyone's wearing Chanel, Hermès, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. You just look like everyone else, you know? Jasmine says, I kept telling her to say hi. Oh, that's cute. Rigged, what do you mean? Like, they prefer those with France spend history. I think that the lottery is fixed. I talk about it in a lot of detail tomorrow, but I'm convinced of it now. It's completely rigged, in my opinion. No one can tell me any different. I think that they have a system to figure out how to rig it as well, so that they sprinkle in people who are like, oh my God, I never bought anything, and I got an online appointment, so that you don't think it's rigged, but I think it's completely rigged. Someone said they walked in with their late mother-in-law's old croco and catered to an offered leather appointment as a walk-in. Yeah, maybe. But sometimes I feel like these stories are just, sometimes I feel like people just say it to say it, because I don't see how your late mother's old crocodile Birkin is like that big of a deal to like an essay in Paris. Like me personally, they see so many people, you know. Jasmine said, I'm with you about it being rigged. It's rigged. It is rigged. No one is going to sit here and tell me that thing is not rigged. And then what they do is, I think that they put people, they sprinkle in Pegasus unicorns, right? They sprinkle in people so that, because human nature says the people who had the easy experience are the ones who go online to post videos, right? So then you're like, oh, okay, well, everyone's finding it easy. But when you go there, there are people begging, there are people crying, as Jasmine said. They're literally people begging. Like you're a character in a Charles Dickens novel. Lucy said, oh my God, can't wait to see, haha. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. It's rigged. Okay. Hello, Apples. Apple says rigged. Tried it on 2 trips. Spent 1 to 2K. Yeah, it's rigged. It's rigged. Yeah. I've been going to big Hermès for 4 years. My birthday, my husband, we've never had an appointment. Yeah, Jasmine said, I've been going to Hermès for the past 4 years for 5 days. Both my husband and I applied, but never had an appointment. It's rigged. Tanya says, I do think they have algorithm that probably sorts people out applying for a leather appointment. Yeah. I got the bag, the Kelimu by walking in. Multiple days logging onto the system. Yeah. And here's the thing. They have so much plausible deniability because they're like, oh, just apply online. But it's definitely fixed, and they do have a way, I think, of planting people as well, because the amount of people, particularly like on the Pass Forum and other places, who have a long purchase history and then they don't have an essay and then they get an online appointment randomly. They know that person's coming, or they have an idea or something, and then they just kind of, whatever. Lucy said, and the sad thing is some people waste their entire travel trip trying to score bags. Really sad. There's so much more to Paris than just a mess. I think that the problem is, it's like, you have to make that decision. Like, are you going to go there every day and ruin your trip? I'm not going to ruin my trip. This is my last trip as a solo woman. Like, when I have my first baby next year, I'm not going there every day. Okay, like, there are limits to what I can do. When we were in December, my husband was like, we walked into Faubourg, he's like, I want to buy you a Birkin. I'm like, well, you can't just buy me one. You have to have a leather appointment. Apple says multiple days logging on the system. I feel you. So yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but it's rigged. No one can tell me that thing is not fixed. I'm not fighting with anyone who's like an Hermès defender. You can go defend Big H on your own time. That thing is fixed. Hand on my heart, hand on Holy Bible. That thing is fixed completely. Just checking my phone. Hold on a second. Yeah. And I think that the sad part is that the amount of like people trying is so much. I talk about this in the video tomorrow, but there's so many men who are being dragged. Men don't have it easy anymore. I saw this man so well dressed at Faubourg. He was wearing a Gucci jacket. He was standing in front of me. Again, you'll hear it tomorrow, but I don't mind sharing this little tidbit. He was so well dressed, exactly who you think is a big H shopper for a man. And to watch him just be crushed into smithereens asking for a cancellation, it was soul crushing because he was better dressed than me. And I was like, oh God, I'm next. Julie says, I'll just do the lotto. It's not fun to chase when on vacation if I have a local boutique. Yeah. You see, my husband doesn't subscribe to that foolishness. I told him to go ask for an appointment for me. He said, I'm not going to beg for an appointment to buy you a bag. My husband said the same thing in December. And I'm with you, Julie, about playing the online lottery. You could, but that thing is fixed. You might be the Pegasus unicorn. Julie might be the Pegasus unicorn. But that thing is fixed. It's rigged. Lucy says, lol, my husband went into Loro Piana, head to toe Loro Piana, went in head to toe Loro Piana and said they were rude. Yeah. It's because it's just like every single person in the store in FSH and George Sank and Severus, every single person wants a leather appointment. I heard that this summer it was 20,000 appointments requests per day. And they have under 200 appointments across 3 boutiques. 20,000 people applying every day. Across 3 boutiques, they do under 200, between 80 to 200 appointments. Someone had posted this on TikTok after getting a bag through a concierge. Okay. We also tried a hotel concierge and had a suite at Four Seasons George Sank, and it didn't work. Okay, but that's the thing. I'm not surprised because the concierges were all sacked. They were not sacked. I mean, they have all been blacklisted from Hermès. That's the last thing. The only place that a Glamazon told me that it can work is Le Meurice, and you have to stay in a suite for like a few days. You can't just like stay there for a day. You have to be there for like a week. Jasmine said, if you're Black, forget approaching Black SA thinking they'll be nice to you. It's just, it's the ghetto over there. So all I'm saying is like, because the internet like presents these images, right? People think they're going to be the special person. Me and my cousin, when we went to Faubourg that first day together, and we saw all those people asking for cancellations. They were like 10, 12, 14 people asking for cancellations when we walked into the store. That's when I was taking pictures and filming the shopping vlog for you guys. And I was like, what? So what's the point of going there? Every single person has been told, no, 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 no. And this is because they are online as well. You know? Again, I talk about it in the video tomorrow, but there probably Hermès essays in my Facebook group. There probably Hermès essays who will watch this live. They are everywhere. So they know like what we're saying about them. And then they make adjustments. Because they are not giving the girls bags right now. So, you know, it's going to be a very juicy video. We'll talk about it in a lot of detail tomorrow. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But people's holidays are ruined by this. I met two women when I was leaving George Sank, and they were super sweet to me. They had seen me in George Sank, and I was leaving George Sank. I was walking to Cartier, and they were like, "Oh my God, hey, were you just in George Sank?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Were you guys too?" And they were like, "Yeah." They were so sweet. They were, and they were like, did you get a leather appointment? I was like, no, I didn't. They wouldn't even, you know, give me a leather appointment. They were like, oh, they'd been trying and they didn't. They went to all 3 stores and they were so stylish, so chic. Apple says I want to get a 40K watch next time and see if my results are better. Of course, a 40K watch, you will get something. Absolutely. But at Faubourg, do not go to George Sank and spend 40K at George Sank. Even Sevres right now, I think is weird. I feel like if I was going to get a 40K euro watch, I'd buy it at Faubourg. Definitely do it at Faubourg. Don't go at George Sank. I've heard stories of people spending a lot in Paris, still not getting anything, though. It's a crapshoot. Yeah, it is a crapshoot, but like at the main store, if she buys a 40K watch at the main store, I think it's almost impossible for them not to give you something, but you also need to give them time. So for example, you need to go for like a week and then buy the watch on your first day. I didn't have a lot of time this time around, but I'm going again with my husband in a few months, so we're going to try again. So, and then also it depends which store. So like, I just don't think that the George Sank store is for tourists. I would not put any effort there. That makes sense. Yeah, like the main store, because they might need to like speak to someone to get it cleared for you. This I spoke with will let me pay for it ahead of time or deposit part of it, which I think will help. Yeah, absolutely. But a 40K watch, like 40K watch, they're gonna be there at the main store, not like George Sank or even Sevres. I just don't know what's going on there right now, honestly. Because Sevres was a nightmare. I mean, I was worried when I saw French clients being dragged. That was when I was getting like, shit, it's really bad right now. Because even at Sevres, there were 2 sets of French people who I saw dragged. 2 women who asked for a cancellation were told there are no cancellations and that they have to apply online. They were French. So I was just, again, eavesdropping on the conversation. Then I saw a group of French women who were speaking to this SA, and they were like, can you help us? And she was like, no, you have to apply online. Like, they know what you're going to say. Like, everything you're going to say, they know. They know exactly what you're going to say. You're going to say, I'm flying tomorrow. They're going to say, okay, come back next time. You're going to say, I've been trying so hard. They're going to say, but madame, everyone else has been trying really hard too. You have to apply online. If you don't have a connection there, I think I would put that energy in your home store. I'm only trying there because there's no Hermès in Africa. That's all. Do you think social media has made it hard for people interested to try to score? Absolutely. Absolutely. Lucy, absolutely. There's no question about it. Because they are seeing what we are all talking about on social media. This brand pays attention to what is said about the house on social media. And you're going to see it tomorrow in the story time, but like, they know everything that we're saying. They know everything, like everything. There was this woman at FSH who was saying that she was leaving tomorrow. I overheard what one of the female essays was telling her. And then she was like, well, you could always come next time. I can't help you today. There's another woman who asked her man, like, can you help me get a leather appointment? He's like, I literally can't help you at all. I can't. And she'd bought things. It wasn't like jewelry or a watch or anything, but like, he's like, I can't help. It's like they've sat down and had like a meeting about this and have said, there are too many people online saying that we're giving walk-ins and we're squeezing people in and we're giving people all these things. We need to like crack down on this. Because I've never seen the boutiques at the level of stress that they were. And the way people were so stressed. I mean, I just can't. Joe Stank has absolutely no stock of anything. Yeah, there's nothing in there. What is the point of that store? Don't waste your time. I agree. That's great advice, Apples. There's nothing in there. What is there to buy in there? They have nothing in there. So yeah, I would say it's just super competitive, and yeah, Hermès is BKH is turning into the Beyonce of luxury, and by that, excuse me, what I mean is they're never going to fail. There's always going to be that demand there. So it's just up to you to figure out like how much. If you go to Paris, like, do you want to go to the store every day? Because if you don't get an online appointment, you're going to be going to the boutique every day. Do you want that? Yes or no? Everyone is different. When we went in December, my husband was like, Julia's yes, Beyonce. It's just, no, it's never going to flop, ever. It's never going to fail. In December, my husband was like, I'm not like doing this. I don't have, Lucy says, I don't have the energy to beg. Apple says it's true, Beyonce, exactly. Jasmine says, oh my God, every day is a lot. Exactly. But you'd literally have to go every day. Like, do you want to do that? In December, my husband, when we went into Faubourg, we went once. It was his first time going to Faubourg. He's been to several before with me. And he was like, because he was like, what bag do you want? I had shown him, I was like, I would love to get like a Birkin or a Kelly that he can buy for me, right? And I would put my energy into getting a Kelly for myself. And then he was like, I just want to buy it for you and then we can leave. I was like, well, that's not how it works. He's just like, this is bullshit. We're speaking in Swahili, in our language, so no one can understand what we're saying. But he's like, this is bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this, Apple says, not relaxing vacation, exactly. Julie says, I'm happy with my current collection, so not going into a big boutique in Paris while on vacation. Those cancellation stories also scam. Yeah, thank you. Apples, I'm glad that you are standing on business. I hope to see you I hope that you'll be in the comments tomorrow, because those cancellation people are gonna come. The Pegasus unicorns are gonna come. Jasmine says, your husband's hilarious. He was like, this is bullshit. We were on the ground floor, and because like I said, very few people speak our language in Paris, so we know that we can't be understood. And he's like, there was a Birkin on display, and he was like, so I can't buy that for you. I'm like, no. He's like, fuck this. I'm not doing this. Because at a certain point, he was like, it's about self-respect. Like, this is some bullshit. Lucy says, oh my God, can't wait to hear about these cancellations. Right. Apple says, if I want a bag, I'll have to go to resell them. Long-term customers, bullshit. Christine says, hi, just dropping by before going to work. Hi, Christine. Hi, hope you have a nice day at work. Tanya says people need to stop using exceptions as a norm. That's the thing, because confirmation bias, right, is the problem. People love the idea of the fantasy. There is no way, when you hear the story tomorrow, it is an hour long. I wrote all my notes in here, which is my notebook, so I don't forget anything. It's all in here. You'll see it tomorrow. There's no way you can believe those cancellation stories. Some people are making things up. And because you can't call people out in like a Facebook group or a Reddit page or forum, you have to kind of be like, okay, because some of it is bullshit. Like, there's no way anyone can see what I saw last week at Faubourg. Okay. At George Sank, I'm speaking to the lady about a leather appointment. I'm like, can you help me get a leather appointment? And she's like, there are no cancellations today. I was like, what about a Pickletown Evelyn? And she was like, she said, this is what she said. She said, maybe if you had come earlier, I could have gotten you an appointment. I'm like, and I was sitting there like, I was like, she's like, you are not gonna, if I'd come earlier, you would have said there are no appointments. These people know everything. Tanya says people need to stop using, yeah, exceptions is the norm, exactly. Apple says I need to stop watching Paris stories. Seriously. Lucy says Reddit is a cesspool of lies. Apple says I walked in 5 minutes before close and they gave me their stock. It was just, they have an answer for everything. If you ask them, can I come later? They'll be like, if you come later, there'll be no appointments because there are never any cancellations. An essay told me that. I was like, what if I come later? And he's like, but you can come later, but there'll be no cancellations. So it's the same answer. How do you know there'll be no cancellations? My thing is, what's the difference between poor service versus them trying to ration bags because bags are so in demand? It's very frustrating. I think it's frustrating because the service is also so bad. Like the service isn't good. So you don't feel like there was a woman when me and my cousin were just looking around who was asking for an appointment from someone who was like an SA, and the SA was like, I can't help you have to go downstairs. And she's like, oh, I've already been down there and they won't help me. And then she was like, well, then that's it, because I can't help you. But the way she said it was just so like, that people are trying to get these appointments. Like, you can also kind of figure out a nicer way of kind of delivering the message. The message is also not delivered nicely, so people don't feel good about themselves shopping at the brand, shopping there. You know what I mean? At this level of money spending, you want to feel good spending thousands of dollars, euros, pounds, shillings on these items at any house. You want to feel good about it. I don't need them to suck up to me. I don't need you to kiss my ass. But it needs to feel a little bit nice. This time around, Glamazons, it didn't feel nice. This is the first time I've gone to play the Hermès game in Paris where it hasn't felt nice. Like, it didn't feel pleasant. It wasn't a pleasant experience. It wasn't pleasant. And every person, every essay you speak to, they have an answer for everything. Everything. Apple says can't even get an Evelyn these days. Right. I think some shoppers are addicted. Lucy says, I think some shoppers are addicted to seeking validation from essays. I agree. And we see this on forums like, oh, my essay this, my essay that. Guys, I'm married. That's the only relationship I need validation from is that man downstairs. Okay? Like, I just can't. Jasmine says, football essay told me to come back after 3 p.m. My husband and I hang around the area for 3 hours. Went back. Essay says, sorry, no appointment. Wasted my time. Exactly. So it's just so intense. Lucy says LMFAO, my H4. Yeah, it's bullshit. I mean, your H4, my relationship with my essay. I'm married. Okay, I'm in a relationship with my husband. Give me a break. Apples, it's work. It should be fun. It is work, and that's the thing. So I think that, like, if you're gonna go to Paris, by all means, please go enjoy yourself. But if you don't get the lottery or don't go and spend money, you will have to go with that in every day. Do you want to go to Faubourg every single day to ask for cancellations? Yes or no? Because that does not sound fun to me. And Paris is fun. I have restaurant recommendations for you guys. I have places that you guys can go. We went to some really cool restaurants and bars and stuff. I didn't drink alcohol, obviously. But I have cool places that you guys can go that I think you guys will love. There's so much other stuff to do there. So you have to kind of like balance it. Apple says, meanwhile, I can walk into Dior and get my champagne bag and go. And that's the thing. So, it's a tough one, because of course it's frustrating. You're like trying to get the appointment and you're trying, but it's exhausting. Don't forget I'm pregnant. So my ability to like chase the appointment isn't as strong as it was in December when I wasn't pregnant. So I was like, I'm going, but the moment I feel tired, I'm going back to the hotel. So I was like, I'm going to go back to the hotel now. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of listening to these essays just choke their bullshit. The Severance essays were a nicer than the FSH. The FSH essays are very, very mean. Horrible people. Congratulations on pregnancy. Oh, thanks. So yeah, so because I was pregnant as well, I was just kind of like, I have a limited amount of energy, so I'm going to be very judicious in how I expend said energy. And I'm not going to sit there and fight with an essay about appointments. If the essay says no, I literally take myself out of the store and leave and go do something else. Whereas there are other people who are like trying to like negotiate with the essays. There were these women who were speaking to this female essay at FSH, and they were like trying to like talk to her. They're trying to explain their situation, that they're leaving. Please, can she help them and stuff like this. I was hoping the baby would help your results. The baby did not, which is very unfortunate. Although at George Sank, they offered me to use the lift, if that means anything. Lucy says there's an on-account IG that claims to be an essay. They're always posing, talking crap about clients and making fun of their wealth level. Okay, it could be it could be true. Probably is true. Might not be. Could be like someone trolling. But at the end of the day, like, they don't care, because every day there are new people going to beg for appointments there. If you don't have a connection in Paris right now, you will find it very hard to get a leather appointment there. If you have an essay, that's fine. You should be okay. But if you don't have any connections, just checking my phone. If you don't have any connections, it's going to be hard there. Because it's so competitive. And particularly now we're going into November and December, like, it's going to be competitive. The George Sank essay said something quite strange, which I don't mind telling you guys here, but she was like, because I was like, well, what about, when I was trying to get her to give me a cancellation, she was like, you've come at the end of the month, at the end of the month, it's a really busy time for us. I just remember thinking it was just like more bullshit from them. I wonder if they intentionally give influencers appointments so they can post it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. Yes. Don't forget that the essays are people. I think some of these essays, they enjoy like giving an influencer an appointment because they like that person. They might follow them on Instagram. So they might get like a kick or a high seeing that person unbox the item. That's why I don't like when influencers, and again, I'm not going to name drop anyone because it's not shade. I don't have beef with anyone. But I hate when influencers are like, guys, you just show your passion. You are someone with 100K on TikTok or Instagram. Okay? You should let them know you're the high glam zone. Trust me, they don't care about me. If I'm one person they don't care about, it's me. But I'm saying, with influencers, like, they need to, they like those people, so they don't mind offering. Jasmine said, so if they don't get a commission, why do they feel the need to push to buy more stuff? When I bought my Kelly Move, the essay was like, these lipsticks will look good on you. Not my color, but I bought it. Yeah. I think that they get like a credit, like they look good. It looks good on their job profile. They definitely give influencers appointments. Apple says that's how the mania started. Yeah, I agree. And influencers need to own that. So don't sit here and tell the rest of us that it's like you just walk in and ask for a cancellation, because it is not the same for us. It's not. Julie says, yeah, passion equals dollars for us. Exactly. Apple says no one cared about quiet luxury. Exactly. It was influencers pushing that. So my thing is like, respectfully, if someone has 100K, don't tell me about their Paris offer. I don't want to hear it. If someone has 100K followers on TikTok or Instagram, even 50,000, they know who that person is. And they like that person. Maybe like that person. They might like that person and think, oh, I like that person. I'm going to offer them something. And if it's me or you guys, it's like, well, you're just like another client just asking. So I'm not going to offer you anything. So it's unfortunate, but that's where we are. Guys, remember I had an essay last year? I'll tell you what happened with her tomorrow, because it was an absolute shit show with her. So it's been, let me tell you, my husband, if there's one person who does not care about this brand, it is my husband. Okay? He wants nothing to do with this brand. Literally. He was so angry that day. You should have seen him. He's a very quiet person, so he was like, fuck this. Let's go to Louis Vuitton. I'm not doing this bullshit. And then like the lottery as well, like applying, validating the email. They don't even send rejection emails anymore. Just doing something a second. They don't even send rejection emails anymore. They used to. You're right, no rejection emails. Yeah, they used to though. When I was there last February, they did. In December, they didn't. No rejection emails. Like at least there was like that courtesy that it's like, you're rejected. You know? Lucy, to be honest, even shopping at home stores can be frustrating. I understand why many people stick at resales. Right. I just can't, I think that for me, it's like, no, I'm not saying shopping at Big H is a great experience, but just hold on, I'm just doing something. Just charging my phone. I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I can't wait for you guys to hear the drama tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys in the comments and stuff. I haven't spilled any tea because there's so much juicy stuff in the video. But I guess I don't really talk about my husband in my videos, but I don't mind mentioning here in the live. He was very unimpressed. So where we were at, if you guys could have heard his commentary, he thought it was scandalous that the Birkins and Kellys were on display behind a glass like cage. He thought it was ridiculous. He was like, I should be able to buy that for you, and then we leave. Jasmine says, there's no way I'll be shopping at my home store in San Fran. It's so competitive, I cannot do it. Oh, wow, San Francisco. Wow, that's a competitive store. That is competitive. Julie says, I think shopping at a local boutique better to have SA that's been there, less stress to compete for bags. Yeah, I agree. Lucy says everyone's competitive nowadays, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, I have a video about the shopping experience at Hermès Copenhagen, Denmark. That boutique is insane as well. It's one boutique for all of Denmark. So there'll be a video about that shopping experience. I have lots of beautiful pictures from that store. They're very nice to you. Just don't ask for quota bag. We didn't ask for quota bags. But there was like a woman who asked about bags, and she was told, oh, there's a wish list, and it's you have to be like a resident of Denmark. Like they shot her down like quickly. And they were like, there's a wish list. So it's just like, you know, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is it's just so competitive everywhere. So it's like, it's just a mess. But anyway, tomorrow's video will be very juicy, lots of juicy stuff. I'm interested in how the stores in Asia that are direct spend work. I'd rather say, hey, 30K today. It's literally just how you said it. You're like, I want to buy a Birkin. They're like, Madame, would you like to see some of our jewelry and our watches? And they tell you straight up how much you need to spend. I think that there's more integrity and there's more honor, if I'm honest, in that system. You're not treating me like a little baby, and you're not infantilizing me. They just tell me the truth. It's, yeah. Lucy says, wait, I agree, way more honor. Yes, completely. It's more honorable and there's more integrity. Jasmine said the problem with local stores, you have to buy more things you don't need. I think resale is the way to go. Yeah, I can hear you guys are just, you know, I just want to get it from the store, but it's exhausting. This is tiring. Like, my husband was angry and tired. I remember we left for Borg. He was so angry that, and then, you know, I showed him the cancellation desk. He was like, this is bullshit. Fuck this. Julie says, I've heard in China it's getting easier with money. Okay, that's good. You know, there were a lot of Chinese tourists on this trip this time around. There was a super sweet family. I saw them at Louis Vuitton. I think I'd mentioned it on Instagram when we were at Louis Vuitton looking at the exotics. And this was at Le Bon Marché. They were trying on clothes. They were so sweet. They're from China. They were really, really sweet. So there are more Chinese tourists. So I think the bounce back from China is beginning to happen. It's slow, but I think by next year we'll see more Chinese glamazons in Europe shopping and stuff, which is great. Jasmine says, haha. He was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I remember he was so disappointed for me because there was drama that had happened with the SA, which you'll hear about tomorrow. The SA who I met in Sevra, she really let my husband was really let down. She let me down. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. But so he was just like, I can't with this. He's like, let's just go to Louis Vuitton. Let's go to Versace. Let's go to Gucci. Let's go somewhere where we're not going to be treated like because I feel like they do treat you like you're a beggar there. Like when you go to ask for the cancellation, you're treated like a beggar, so. But we have another trip to Europe coming up in the next few months. So yeah, you'll hear the story time tomorrow. Is your Sevra SA name start with S? No, her name doesn't start with S. They're liars. I don't trust anyone who works at that store. Buy resell unless you have unlimited funds. I just can't give resellers that money yet, but I'm not out of the Hermès game yet, but I might be soon. Do you think Big H should have opened an Africa store, maybe South Africa? If they were to open an Africa store, we'd be in South Africa for sure. I just don't see them doing it yet. Also, there's no space. The place where Louis Vuitton and Cartier have their stores, it's full. It's full. It's completely tenanted with luxury stores. Balmain just opened there. Apple says 2 Paris trips with no luck and home store took 3 years. What was the offer you got from your home store apples after 3 years? Lucy says, thing is, resellers tend to be cheaper than in store in many cases. Yeah. But I think you need to think about like why you like to shop. I like the physicality and the muscularity of shopping. So I like going to stores and shopping and buying things. Kelly 25. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, perfect. Not my top color though. Okay, how much did you spend to get the bag? Wow, congratulations. Yeah, it's a great offer though. How much was your spending? $30K, okay. That's not bad. I mean, that's pretty standard though, don't you think? I mean, the resellers have entire storefronts, amazing customer service, such a night and day difference. Yeah. They've made it like a store. Yeah, it's a great strategy. A lot of work going in store. I think it's just so competitive right now. Paris is tough. Local stores are tough. It's just a mess all the way around. Okay, guys, so I think I'm going to wrap up. Oh, hang on. IG said in Poland is also super competitive as it's one store for Poland bordering countries. Although after 2 years of waiting, I received MK2. I gave up on Paris stores. It's not worth the stress. Oh, wow. Congratulations. You got a mini Kelly. That's wonderful. Yeah, because Poland is like the boutique in Warsaw is like the boutique for Eastern Europe. So like it serves like obviously Bulgaria, Russia, and all these other places. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, giving up on Paris stores. No worth the stress. It's very stressful and it takes over your holiday. Apple says, I just want the time and begging back. Yeah. Lucy says, I wonder if it'll get less compared to economy tanks more. I think it's actually getting worse. The economy has contracted a little bit in France as well, but if people are broke, they're not at Hermès. They're not at Big H, honey. Because it was the ghetto in there. It was the ghetto. It was the ghetto in December, but it was insanity this last week. I've never had an experience the way I've had it, and you'll see it tomorrow. But like, it was just crazy. I've never seen people begging. Like, it's one thing to say, hey, can I have a cancellation? The person says no, you leave. Right? And then the person, instead of leaving, the person's like, please, look at my phone. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They're literally begging another human being. Jasmine says, lol, the ghetto. Julie says, H is still doing fine. They're fine. They're fine. Like I said, they're Beyonce. They're not affected. They're not affected. If there are problems, they're not at that store. They're not at Big H and stuff. And this is the thing which I wanted to say. I didn't think I got to say it. Men are also being dragged. Jasmine says begging and husbands yelling, screaming. Right. Lucy says Soko has a story time about beggars. Yeah, I love her. I've already seen her video. I love her. She's one of my favorites. Jasmine says I saw it all last August. It was a mess. This is what I wanted to say. Men are not given the privilege that they were, because I watched men get dragged on this trip. This is the first time I've been to Hermès where I've seen men be dragged. So that was pretty telling, because normally we hear that it's easier for men. It's not easier for men anymore. They know what we're saying. Like, Big H essays know that we are sharing that it's easier for your husband or boyfriend, right? So now they're making it harder for your husband and boyfriend. Okay, I got a message from someone saying, everyone loves my husband in stores. I said, Big H in Paris is not a normal store. You cannot compare how your dude is treated in Cartier or Louis Vuitton to how he's going to be treated at FSH. If you think that the Big H stores in Paris like care about your husband, we all love our husbands and boyfriends. We love them. Okay, let me tell you that Big H does not care about your man. Boo. She doesn't care. Because I watched a man at Faubourg ask an essay if he could buy his wife a Birkin. This is the thing my husband said he wasn't going to do as well. Okay, in December, because he's like, I'm not asking that. Like, you put that thing in a glass case and I can't buy it for you. Fuck that. He was like, I want to buy my wife a Birkin. How do I do it? And they're like, no, we can't help you with that. You have to have a leather appointment. Do you have a leather appointment? No, I don't have one. Okay, well, you can't buy your wife a Birkin then. Now, in the old days, if he said he wanted to buy his wife a Birkin, they would have sold it to him. Lucy said, do you think they only care about Paris spend now? Yes and no. I think that they don't want you to shop there if you're not going to buy expensive things. If you have a store in the States or the UK, that's your home store, they don't want you to come and spend like 500 euros, 1,000 euros, and to expect a mini Kelly or a Birkin or a Kelly. They want you to come and spend 10, 15, 20K twice a year and come. If you're going to do that, I think will accommodate you. But they don't want casual shoppers anymore. This is my theory. It's what I think. Obviously, I can't prove anything. It's my theory. My essay told us they can see our bag office in Paris now, used against us for our quota for the year. It's possible, but I've heard that France has these really strict like privacy laws. So maybe like they can see some states, perhaps, depending on the state you're from. But maybe they're rolling it out completely. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to close up the live now. Thanks so much to everyone who joined. This was really fun. I'm going to save this live so other people can see it. And then I'll see you guys for the story time tomorrow. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about what happened to me. Because it was a mess, honey. Like 17, the essay who I met at Severus, stabbing me in the back. She literally stabbed me in the back. My husband, tired. My husband was like, I am never doing this again. Although he has changed his mind because we're going back in a few months. So he will play the game again with me. Tired. Horrific experience in October. Went to all 3 stores. I haven't been back to the George Sank boutique since 2021. So I went back there. So it's all going to be there tomorrow. Can't wait to hear all. Okay, Lisa, can't wait for more. Can't wait to hear all. Okay, great. Can't wait. I hope I see you guys commenting on the main page because it'd be great to connect your names to the live to the main page. Okay, bye guys.